Welcome back to Adventure Afloat, and we've got the second instalment of the winter layup, and since the last video the boat has been lifted and she is on her wooden pads with the props to keep her stable, and we've ratchet strapped the props together. As you can see, she's had a blast off. And yeah, that's her winter layup location for this year. So what we're going to tackle today is we need to drain the oil from this drive leg, and I know that you've kind of seen this in videos in the past, but we're going to give her a little oil change just to make sure that she's happy. And we might even get round to taking off the belts for the alternator, and yeah, just have a quick check round the boat, because it's been a little while since I've got to her. I'm going to give the batteries a bit of a charge to make sure they're happy, and yeah, just crack on with the little winter maintenance job so that we're ready to launch again in the spring. So I've just tilted the drive leg into its fully upright position, and round this side, just down underneath here, is the drain port. So from what I've read, you tilt the leg up like this, undo this drain port, and then let it drain for 20 minutes, half an hour, because it's quite a thick grade oil that is used inside here. So that's what I'm going to do. We just undo this with a big flathead screwdriver. I'll open up the dipstick port at the top so there's no suction being produced inside it, I guess, and drain it into a bucket, and I'll be back with you after that. Well, scrap that, ladies and gents, because as I just walked past the leg to get back up into the boat about 20-25 minutes ago, we found some Milky Oil. So it looks like it's all pretty much finished draining out, but it should not be that colour. And what's even more frustrating is I think it was about 18 months ago, maybe a little bit longer than that, I paid just over £4,000 to have that leg rebuilt. It had all new innards, new universal joint at the top, all new seals, and was pressure tested. So we obviously don't know what the issue is yet, but it's obviously quite disheartening to find that issue. So I'm going to put the drain plug back in, tilt it down, and we'll take the props off and see if we can find anything going on around the prop area. First of all, I suppose we better take the top bellow off as well, the bellow that connects it onto the engine through the universal joint, because there's a seal up there as well. No more problems, please. So legs back down. It's a 19mm bolt that goes in the back of here, so we need to undo that bolt. And then this cone unscrews. Be careful about this little plastic spacer on the back. So I'm just getting the bolt out to show you. There's the bolt. There's the cone. There is a washer on the back of that bolt. And this prop should just slide off. which of course it doesn't want to do, even though I greased it when I put it on.
Shouldn't take a lot.
Oh, there be the problem. Space up. And I think we might have found the problem in the fact that this seal around the back of the shaft here doesn't look brilliant. Let's get this nut off and have another check. Nut removed with the special tool. Another spacer. There you go, there's the second prop. So, I don't know for sure, but I assume there's a seal here, and there's this seal here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not, it looks like it's popped out. So, I'm going to take some pictures, see what's online. I mean, I don't expect the people that rebuilt it is going to be interested. At the end of the day, it's been in the water for 18 odd months, I think, so I expect we're well past any type of warranty period that they provided with the work, but they might help me out and give me a few pointers maybe. But let's take some pictures, see what's going on. We might even try and take this seal out and see what's what. Well, I think we found our problem. I don't know if you can see, but that's where this seal has just come from. This one, and there's definitely water behind it. Can you see up in there? Probably not, but it wasn't installed properly, or it's come out, or barnacles have got in behind it and pushed it out maybe, but I think we're going to go for replacing this seal first. Can't be that expensive, and go from there. So, not the day that I was hoping for today. We've obviously got a problem with this drive leg. As you can see now, drive's all cleaned up. This is the seal, which I think is the bad seal, and that was in there not very well. Incidentally, I think I can see another seal in behind it, but we're going to have to do some investigation work into that. And then we've got this seal up here. there's this one in here. Looks okay, but with this one not looking great when it came off and all the rest of it that goes with it, I think that is where we're going to first start our investigations. So I'm going to go away and investigate that now. Going to have to purchase another one of these anyway, and then we'll probably get a new seal for the drain port down here, the dipstick port up here, and also the fill port which is in behind this cover. So I will go away and investigate that now, get the parts, and we'll conclude this video once I've got the parts. We're back, and it's taken a little bit of time to get this sorted out. It's taken a month actually since the first part of this video was recorded, and yeah, we took a little bit of time speaking to the people who originally rebuilt the drive. They've been very helpful, and so we've got some parts, and we're going to try and get them fitted today. So we've got some seals. I think that's the outer seal, the inner seal, and I'll show you where these go in a minute. And we've got some transmission oil to go back in the drive. So we will see how these seals come out. I've got a set of seal picks, and let's see what happens. I'm not having much luck here. I think I've got to take this off. I don't want to, but let's see what happens. Well, that escalated quickly. We have managed to get the lower end of the drive unit out and off of this main shaft. I'm going to have to give all that a clean up. And so now we need to get the seal out of the bottom of that shaft. So that's that seal out. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know what I'm doing. I've just read forums and stuff, and yeah, so we're going to refit the seals that I've purchased, clean everything, because we obviously don't want bits of grit getting into any of this. So we're going to clean everything before we reassemble it. I've got a little bit of assembly grease, and we're going to put it back together, and yeah, hope for the best. So here is the 853 A28 seal, and that needs to go in there. So I'm going to just apply a little bit of assembly grease. And then what I might do is I might find a socket that's the right size. I've got this larger. Yeah, so I've got a larger 27mm there. I'm just going to stick that in the top of there. Light tap with the rubber mallet maybe. That's worked. Yeah, I think that's worked. It's in there, it's in square. It's at the same location as where the other one sat. A bit more grease. And then there's a second seal. Now, a second seal, which is this one here. When I originally took off the seal, my understanding is that, I don't know if you can see that, but my understanding is that the spring always faces outwards to what you're trying to seal against. So, but this one was installed this way round. But having done a bit of research, I think the spring should face outwards, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to install that in there like that. And I'm sure there's a tool for this from Volvo, but we are not Volvo. And so that slid in there quite easily. I'm just going to give that a little tap home. Bit harder. Yeah. And there you go. That has worked lovely. So there you go. There's the two seals, 853808 and 853807. I think 807 was the first seal that went in. Apologies if I'm wrong, but that's gone in the same way as the old one came out. And then 853808 has gone back in there. Now we need to do a big clean-up operation because I'm not working in a sterile environment. So we're just going to give everything a wipe off. Check that there's absolutely zero bits of grit on all of these drive bits and all of these mating surfaces. We're going to give this carrier a good clean up. You can see here that I'm probably going to take these two seals, or at least give these seals a good clean, and give this back surface a good clean here as well. And then we'll reassemble it all. can tell, definitely not a Volvo Penta mechanic here. Just giving it a go myself and seeing what we can do. So to summarise, what we've done is we replaced the 2 seals that were in here, which is what I think the problem was. I probably should have changed this seal and the 2 O-rings, but they're not that old, and I've cleaned them up, and I've cleaned all the surfaces up that they mate to. So I think we call that a wing and a prayer that they're gonna be sealed up. At least I know that if it doesn't seal up, then I'm happy to do this again and change those seals. But I didn't plan on doing that. I didn't know how I was going to do this, so I think we're going to do that and leave that as it is now, and just hope. Now we need to fill the drive back up with oils. So, as you've just seen, we've filled the drive up with about 2.5 litres of oil, and I believe it takes 2.7. So we're just going to put the dipstick back in and see if there is any oil showing on the dipstick. So this drive's been sitting for probably an hour and a half just to let the oil settle. And we have no oil on the dipstick, so what we're going to do is we're going to top up a little bit more, but through the dipstick hole, because I've already covered all this back up again and screwed this back on, as you've seen. Just need to get the O-ring back out there, and we're going to top a little bit of oil, maybe 150, 200 mil, hopefully, back through the dipstick hole, and see if that's the drive filled back up with oil. So then, I've just finished putting the last few 100 millilitres of gear oil in through the dipstick hole. We're now just going to give a little dip. This has sat for a good half an hour since I last put oil in there, just to let it settle. And we are right at the top of the dipstick. Perfect. So, I guess only time will tell whether that has fixed our issue. I'm very much hoping that it has fixed our issue. So to summarise, we ended up taking the shaft off the bottom of the leg, which I didn't expect to do. We've replaced the 2 inner prop shaft seals. We had to clean up the other seals. So I'm hoping they don't leak, but the rubber still felt fine, so I guess only time will tell. I suspect I'll regret it again in the summer, but we can always lift out and order a new set of seals if it hasn't fixed the issue. So yeah, a fairly successful day through another issue on the boat, but again, more learning achieved. So I feel much more confident taking that apart again and changing the seals if I need to. So yeah, here's to another adventure, and I would like to thank everyone very much for watching, and until the next time, see you on the water.